is close friends. Somehow you turn into my girlfriend. We used to tell each other every.
I didn't know.
What's up, AK Dynasty? We are back at it again with another
I just
reaction
did the intro.
Video. You didn't do it right. You never do it right.
Nobody want to hear you. We're getting into the video. It's the 13th
You can't even read.
Scariest thing caught on Dashcam. Tell us if you get scared in the comments below.
This police cam footage was taken during a massive wildfire in Sonoma County, California in 2017.
Welcome to hell.
Officers are doing what they can to evacuate the public and restore order, but as this brief dashcam video shows, they were up against total chaos at the time. Listen closely and you'll even hear the dispatcher say that they can't tell which direction the fire is spreading and seems to be genuinely overwhelmed. I have to salute this officer and all of the other brave public officials who willingly charged into a massive blaze to try and help everyone. Number 11. It's a peaceful bus ride in the Russian countryside until the large vehicle finds itself surrounded by a countless number of these winged pests.
So that's when the little bugs come from Russia, huh? The little spotted lantern fry.
Everyone inside is terrified as the swarm of gigantic locusts slam into the bus with enough force to rock its heavy-duty suspension system. The sky darkens and the driver and passengers are all helpless as the bus careens through millions upon millions of these oversized bugs, threatening to veer off course if things get much worse. Eventually, they can see the sun and sky again as they come through the other side of the living insect cloud. Everyone is ultimately unharmed, but understandably very alarmed at what they had just witnessed. If the bus had broken down, for example, then they would have been stranded until the never-ending swarm of locusts had passed. Not to mention what would have happened if the windows had broken. Number 10. A police officer in Lincoln, Kentucky is patrolling the streets when he chances upon something quite strange standing in the middle of the road. A tiny figure runs towards his headlights as soon as he gets out of the car to investigate.
Deputy Jeremy Gatley of the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office was on a routine patrol when his headlights shone across something running towards him.
The officer is surprised to find a small child standing in the middle of the road without any adults nearby. He instinctively picks the toddler up, and just moments later, a Mack truck plows by very close to where the child was first spotted. It's a good thing the police officer saw the child first, because I doubt the driver of the tall truck would have noticed until it was too late. Apparently, the child had wandered out the front door of his home when no one was looking and took off down the busy road.
You wanna know why that happened, Kayla? Cause when I used to do lawn care, I used to do it in these very rich neighborhoods, and my brothers that are lighter skinned than me, all their houses, they leave their doors open and they leave their garages open. So for a kid to just wander out the front door,
this was dumb. This was not scary. This was very dumb. That was very dumb. I'm
not surprised a kid wandered out a front door that's never locked anyway.
The family was extremely relieved to have their child back.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, they were not charged with neglect.
Wow, really? You didn't even notice he was gone.
He's captured a ghost on his dash cam when he's traveling down a suburban road and sees reflective lights on the right. Watch the parked car on the right to see what I mean. I personally think it looks like someone could be stepping into his line of movement here. It happens quickly, so I'll play it again in slow motion. Let me know if you see it. But when he pulls up to where the lights were, he and his friends are surprised to find nothing's there.
What light?
Where did it go? Public radio. They walked in front of the car, right?
Yeah, it was like a wheelchair or something.
Both of them swear they saw the lights and thought someone was crossing the street. I guess his headlights could have been reflecting off of the parked car, but then again, the angle doesn't exactly seem to match up. Let me know if you see it and what you think it could have been. Number 8.
You didn't see
a gigantic streak of lightning
y'all
in
niggas
Paducah, Kentucky was so large that it was caught by
Ain't no
2
such
different
thing as
police
ghosts.
dashcam. If you
And
see
if there
it,
are,
you seem
hello.
to match up. Let me know if you let me angle doesn't exactly seem to match up.
What is that
Let me know if you
It's
see
It's
light.
it,
reflective
what you think
light,
it
but
could
what
have
is it
been.
reflecting off of when
Number
there's nothing
8.
there?
A gigantic streak of lightning
Don't ask
in
questions you
Paducah,
don't want answers
Kentucky
to.
was so large that it was caught by 2 different police dash cams. The first police car was far away.
Hey, you know, we would have got that video of that plane going
I
over
know.
us. That would have probably made his videos the scariest moments. That plane
Yes.
going right over us when we were driving.
Oh my god.
Its dashcam
I
footage
wish I
shows
would've got
just
it.
how long this massive lightning bolt was, and the second police car was much, much closer.
You could go back through. Well, two reasons. One, it would be.
Oh shit!
Right in front of it.
That nigga, he was on. He got.
The
I mean, he
lightning
might have
bolt
got
directly hit
hit
a
it.
nearby residence. Fortunately, everyone inside was alright, but this particular officer will never forget how close he came to being charred alive. Number 7. A Russian driver is having a casual conversation behind the wheel when suddenly his thoughts are interrupted by a bizarre and unexpected change of events.
What the fuck? He fell through the street.
How?
A large cement truck just a few cars ahead of them literally plunges below the asphalt as a gigantic sinkhole forms underneath its back tires. The cement truck driver soon comes out and surveys what just happened, but there's little for him to do. If anything, he and everyone else should be hurrying to get away from the sinkhole instead of casually observing it. I don't know what happened next, but hopefully the sinkhole did not grow any larger and everyone made it out okay. Number 6. This electrifying event occurred in May of 2017 on the northeastern side of Shenyang City.
What the hell?
Wow.
A white-hot light showers the street with sparks, but it's not from a blown transformer or down power lines. A bolt of lightning has cracked the asphalt with the type of raw power that only nature can generate. It's a good thing that this street was lined with trees instead of power lines, or else this dashcam video would have almost certainly looked a whole lot worse.
As soon as that happened, like, where my
This
money at?
dashcam footage
They
was
did
taken
some.
on a busy road
What
somewhere in
an
India.
act of
Nothing
God.
looks out of the ordinary
He ain't paying me
until
no
a
damn
tiny
money,
object
damn it.
performs a bizarre
I was so
aerial
close.
maneuver while hovering above the road. The saucer-shaped
aliens.
object appears to somehow stop and change directions mid-flight. Somehow, none of the oncoming motorists in the other lane seem to notice, which I think is odd, but maybe it all happened too
Or they
fast for
seen
them
it.
to see.
They don't know
If not,
what you gonna
then
do
I
with
think
it.
this dashcam video might be a
What
fake,
we gonna
but
do
I'm
about that?
curious
Even
to
if
hear your
aliens do
opinion.
exist, what you want us to
Number
do?
4.
Them, you see
A
you see
YouTuber
what these
named
niggas
Alyssa
took
Cross
off.
is
Who
driving
cares?
down a local
Okay,
road
aliens exist.
somewhere in the south
What the hell we
when
gonna
she
do about
comes
that?
across
Nothing.
a person who she has never seen before acting quite strangely at
It's
the
called
side
crack.
of the road.
Stop! Todd, shut up!
You right. Heroin.
Stop!
I mean heroin.
You can hear the nervousness in Alyssa's voice as she and her friend agree that it looks like this person could have some sort of strange virus, zombie or not. One can only wonder
Coronavirus?
how many other viral outbreaks began in this exact same casual style of conversation. It appears that if that's not the case, then this person is under the influence of something strong.
I'm guessing you don't see a lot of crack addicts, do you?
Alyssa quietly drives past and leaves the stranger behind. Number 3. This mysterious dashcam footage was taken somewhere in Europe years ago and has been stumping YouTubers across the world ever since. When this car takes a left, you can clearly see that all of the other cars in the opposite lane are at a full stop. In other words, there's absolutely no incoming traffic. Then all of a sudden this happens. The car is suddenly cut off by a second car that appears seemingly out of nowhere. Keep in mind that 2 other cars were making a right at the same time, and at no point does there appear to be any space for this ghost car to squeeze through. I've watched this video over a dozen times and still have no explanation, so help me out if you have any idea how this happened. Number 2. Ronald Wiley was driving down a long stretch of road in West Virginia when suddenly no less than 7 trees simultaneously fall nearly on him. In his blue pickup truck, he's stunned for a moment and then quickly throws the vehicle in reverse because there are live power lines near that look like they could give way at any moment if Ronald had been going just a little bit faster, or if the trees were growing literally just a few inches to the left. Then he no doubt would have been caught in the middle of this and been a goner for sure. Instead of this outcome, he somehow makes it with only minor damage to a windshield wiper. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope you're enjoying.
He didn't explain it.
Happier you, this day inside. Number 1. It's late at night in the Russian Urals when suddenly the atmosphere itself becomes unrecognizable.
The sun, nigga? It's the sun.
That you wouldn't be amazed by that and it just goes away? That's the sun? The sun don't do that.
No, that's hell.
A brilliant flash of reddish yellow light intensifies for a full 15 seconds before dissolving back into darkness as if nothing had happened. Scientists have been able to give no explanation for this occurrence.
Another moon.
It looks like it could possibly be a blast, in my opinion. Give me your best guess or let me know if you agree. Either way, this dazzling and silent light show is one of the craziest things I've seen on Dashcam by
That's probably
far.
like an explosion.
Surveillance systems are supposed to keep you secure, but all too often this feeling of extra safety is simply just an illusion. Bad things can always happen in an instant, and during these types of situations,
That's it for the video. This ain't a countdown. This is some extra stuff. I ain't ruining it. Go ahead. Could you please like, comment, share, subscribe?
Follow our social medias down below. Make sure you hit that bell so you can be notified every time we post a video. A video. You only say that for the intro.
Okay.
You see how he always trying to get it wrong?
Did I scare you?